What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the online Jamily, JamiroFan2000 here, but yet another episode of JamiroReviews for the uninitiated of the series here on the JamiroFan2000 YouTube channel. This has been my periodic review series looking at merchandise in and outside of the world of Jamiroquai over the last 30 years. And many eagle-eyed members of the Jamily who have been watching my content here on YouTube for the last 9 years, at least here in the JamiroReview series, I've been doing a lot of vinyl reissue videos of my reviews over the last probably 2 to 3 years. We have finally seen the whole Jamiroquai album discography, all 8 albums, finally make their way, at least over the last 2 to 3 aforementioned years, into a vinyl, which of course was one of JK's wishes for the discography of Jamiroquai. And here in this new episode of JamiroReviews, I'm going to review the most recent reissue. This is actually the second reissue of this album in nearly 2 years, with the reissue of this album having come out back in 2022-2023, along with reissue vinyl debuts of High Times, the compilation, the singles, of course, Synchronized, Return of the Space Cowboy, and this vinyl reissue in question of this episode is very much like the recent 30th anniversary reissue of Return of the Space Cowboy from 1994 on vinyl, on a moondust colored vinyl, and this vinyl reissue, of course, is for Dynamite. Now, this vinyl reissue came out in 2025, and to celebrate the 20th anniversary of Jamiroquai's most experimental album from 2005, of course, Dynamite, which this vinyl reissue, of course, like I said, is a colored vinyl, very much like the Return of the Space Cowboy vinyl reissue from about a year ago. This one in particular is special because they, for the first time, refurbished, or should I say, repurposed a album sampler that came out for Dynamite, which originally was only available from the likes of sites like Discogs or eBay, but in this case it's a add-in to this, and I'll give you a quick little shot of the label for this. This is a, let's see here, I can't remember the name, a colored Dynamite smoke vinyl, sort of like a fuse on a bomb colored vinyl. So I thought I'd do an episode of JamiroReviews to show you this vinyl, and massive thank you to the members of the Jamily who sent me this vinyl release. Thank you very much for your generosity on sending me this vinyl, but I thought I'd do an episode of the JamiroReviews to give you a look at this vinyl reissue, which is available plentifully online on the official Jamiroquai store. It's store.jamiroquai.com, and many other major retailers in the United States like Amazon, or in the UK and Europe like Rough Trade, Juno, and what have you. But I thought I'd do a video of JamiroReviews to show you what the vinyls look like. And like I said, this is a double LP, 180 grain, I believe, reissue of Dynamite, which like I said, is one of the most experimental albums that Jamiroquai was able to produce, at least their next to last album release, through their Sony Music deal, which of course ended up being with the last release with Sony Music B, of course, the consolidated greatest hits called High Times, a single. But let's open this up. And this final release does come with, you know, here is some, oh, the CD just fell out. I'll show you that in a second. But here you go. These got nice little photographs of some of the album art that was on the CD release, and of course in here, published on these two ends, other than in slipcases for the vinyls, are the lyrics for all the songs from Dynamite. So let's look at the vinyl. Well, first off, let's look at this album sampler that just slid out on its own volition. But this is the album sampler, which I may note features rare alternate versions of Feels Just Like It Should, Dynamite, 7 Days in Sunny June, Don't Give Hate a Chance, and Black Double Color. This is the first time Sony Music has refurbished or republished or produced an album sampler, which hopefully will become a standard of future reissues of Jamiroquai albums during probably 20, 30-year anniversaries. But here you go. This is the promo sampler, and if you want to hear these actual other versions or alternate versions of these songs, it is on a playlist on YouTube, and I'll be sure to link it down in this episode of JamiroReviews down below, so you can check it out in your own time, of the original album sampler. But that is the sampler, and the CD is, you know, like a common CD. Look at that. You can see that. Basic short sampler, but that's a really cool little detail. So let's look at the vinyls of this vinyl release. The price point on this Dynamite 20th anniversary vinyl reissue is around a $40 to $50 proposition, which is pretty decent. Unfortunately, this vinyl reissue does not have like the lyrics or any artwork. It's just basic black satin, cover. But let's see how beautiful these vinyls are. Let's see if these look like the vinyl from the Return of the Space Cowboy. Oh, this is actually completely different. This is translucent. Ooh, look at that. Smoky black vinyl. Is that gorgeous or what? I actually like this. I think this is way better than Return of the Space Cowboy. I mean, the prettiest vinyl reissues we had is for the 20th anniversary of A Funk Odyssey that came out on that Stardust blue white vinyl. But this is gorgeous. This is a clear, translucent, smoky vinyl. Oh, this is nice. I actually like this. This actually makes this really worth getting. But that is the first one. And like I said, they come in common cases that are black. But, like I said, I wasn't expecting it to be translucent and beautiful like this. But, yeah, this is completely different from the Return of the Space Cowboy ones, which were gray in color with a black tint. So, just give me a second. I'll just put that all aside. Let's look at the other vinyl. Like I said, this is running around a $40 to $50 price point, not counting shipping. So, very beautiful vinyl release from Jamiroquai for Dynamite from 2005. Ugh. This reminds me of the translucent vinyl that they did, which was a one-off for the UK of Automaton Nights Out in the Jungle, which was sold on Record Store Day in the year release of that album. I'll give you a good shot of the inner spool of 2017 when Dynamite had come out on vinyl and CD. But yeah, that is gorgeous. I actually like the color of those vinyls. But give me a second. You know what? I'll just put these on the side. But there you go. That is the Dynamite 20th anniversary vinyl reissue on smoky black clear translucent vinyl with the bonus album sampler, which hopefully the people at Sony Music will be listening, watching this video. Please do more album reissues with these album samplers, because there are some great album samplers out there. I'd love to see one for A Funk Odyssey, hopefully in the 25th or 30th anniversary. But there you go. That is the 2025 vinyl reissue of Jamiroquai's 2005 album for the 20th anniversary of Dynamite. Like I said, this is available at all major retailers, so if you want to pick it up for yourself, I'll be sure to put a link to several of the most popular websites online. You can get it for yourself, or you can just simply go to store.jamiroquai.com and also check out the attached companion clothing merch line for this reissue of Dynamite. But there you go, 2025 smoky black translucent vinyl reissue of the 20th anniversary of Jamiroquai's album Dynamite. Thank you again for watching this episode of Jamiro Reviews. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe, and ding the bell on your YouTube to stay up to date on all the latest new content coming from the Jamiro Fan 2000 YouTube channel. I'll fully endeavor to keep bringing you all the latest news about the band members and, of course, the band Jamiroquai. But as always, this is Jamiro Fan 2000, and I'll see you again really soon with more Jamiroquai-related content here on the Jamiro Fan 2000 YouTube channel. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you around.